sense. We've got the Leshrac picked up here. Now, this is something both Canis Vulpes and Pale Horse play. Based on the draft so far, though, it would make most sense. We're going to be seeing the safe lane Gyro. And then Canis Vulpes will be on the mid lane Leshrac here. You could take it on Gremlo, actually. We've seen Gremlo take Leshrac a few times into the off lane. So it is at least flexible. So it is still hiding their last pick a little bit. We have another series of bans here. The Morphling, though. What do you think about this? Because this is Red 2's hero, right? Or is this ABZ's?
The Morphling?
Yeah.
That's speed, isn't it?
Is it speed? Holy crap. Am I way off today? I'm way off today.
Speed plays position 1.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if... oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. I wasn't sure if they were playing this mid lane, though.
Yeah, they might, but it's more of a speed hero. Very farm heavy. So even if they play the mid lane, it'll probably be speed on it. We'll see if they put Red 2 on it, though. I don't know about that one.
It is Radiant's battle.
Not quite Red 2's style. Get rid of the OD next here. That's a hero I forgot existed.
Yeah, absolutely. Invoker ban, that one's pretty good. So most likely mid lane Leshrac.
It's looking like it. It's not really a Gremlo style hero. Gremlo avoids confrontation, so he likes things like Nature's Prophet, Venomancer.
Yeah, it was like the Venomancer, right?
Yeah, exactly. But they're not concerned about Gremlo. You know, not a single Gremlo targeted ban here from Electronic Boys. Even though Gremlo's on the banners, this is the Arkosh trying to bait them out. You know, remind you of Gremlo's presence.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he's like, hey, by the way, this guy.
He's on the team.
Yeah, he's always here, no matter what. He's always watching.
The collar he's wearing.
Yeah,
that's keep him chained up.
Yeah, that's what he's chained to his desk with. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you say he eats things like boiled boots.
Yeah, boiled shoes are about his favorite meal.
So I imagine they probably keep the boots a good distance away from. They don't wear shoes when they're on the computer, otherwise you try to nibble on them.
Yeah, I imagine they just leave them at the front door. You know, there's a little bit of classiness there to the Arkosh house.
Either that, or they keep Gremlo in a separate room. Yeah,
that would be a good answer. Actually, that would make a lot more sense. I would do that. Much like Jerry. Jerry's always in his own room.
Yeah, it's on one hand, it's good to have your production guy there so he can hear you communicate with him. On the other hand, the smell.
Yeah, too much to deal with. Final ban here. What do you think?
They banned out Invoker. They're still worried about them slowing down the game. They get rid of Void Spirit as well. So another hero with a lot of catch. Other Spirit heroes are still in the pool. They have Ember and Storm still available. They could just take themselves an Ember Spirit here, but then
10 seconds.
Actually, Storm's not bad. I'm not sure that's Red 2's thing, though. I wouldn't mind to see a Storm Spirit here.
Storm Spirit is a pretty solid pick, yeah.
You have decent catch. You can deal with all these enemy team stun. The main thing that you're worried about is like this hook shot in the split earth, right?
Yeah.
You take the Ember anyways. All right. But yeah, Spirit hero, important here. I would have preferred to see Storm, but I don't think that's a Red 2's thing. Everyone practices Ember a little bit more. Arkosh, last pick coming out here, Gremlo type hero. Likely to see Venomancer or Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, they recently buffed his trains damage at max level. They take a Storm. Okay.
Yeah, so does the off-lane Leshrac.
Yeah, Canis Vulpes here on the Storm Spirit and Gremlo on the Leshrac. See how he performs on this one. It's been a while since I've seen any of Arkosh's players. I don't ever see them in pubs. Good to be honest, so it's hard to follow what they're playing. The data we have to go on is what they play in these DPC matches here, Ricky.
Yeah. I'm what the heck? That weapon from Abaddon is very strange. But I am a little bit leaning towards Arkosh's draft here. I mean, it's one of those things, you have the Warlock effect and you have a ton of AoE damage. You have gyrocopter call down, flat cannon, you have Leshrac. Like there is just a ton of follow-up, and there's really nothing on Eboys to remove this fatal bonds. So if you try to take a fight into Arkosh and you get like a multi-man fatal bonds, you're just gonna melt. Like there really is nothing you can do to this. So BKBs coming out from Arkosh, as well as Eboys, I think gonna be pretty much essential here.
You have bad and get rid of fatal bonds.
Yeah, but it's only one. I guess he can ult and then use his W, right?
Morphling can dispel when he morphs into a target. They've got some tools to deal with, and then a lot of the time you build a Eul Scepter, a Lotus Orb, or BKB Unraiser, which is like part of his kit. So they've got some solutions to deal with this Warlock. I'm concerned about the damage to deal with the Warlock, though. Spirit Breaker doesn't do a ton. All right, we've got a DC. I've got tons of time to go about whatever I want. You don't have tons of damage on Spirit Breaker. Razor is a little bit lackluster. Morphling's not going to come online till later. Abaddon doesn't really contribute damage to these team fights. Ember Spirit, if you're not building the right items, then you can fall off.
I sense a connection between us.
All right, they've started.
Yeah, you
just
talking
go
about the
ahead
all
and,
chat? Yeah, it never ends with these
no,
guys.
the map.
Oh gosh, yes, this again.
They
Classic
just can't help
Arkosh.
themselves. They're sick and they need help.
Oh my god, my ears. I'm gonna have to mute all of
It's
these players.
always a treat being here casting the NA DPC when Arkosh is playing.
Yes, of course.
Absolute pleasure. Can't wait to see Eboys 2.
Hey, do you see all of these things that need to be defended on the map? Do you see this? There's quite a few of them.
Even a master falters.
Not sure if you can see this, but it's something like this whole area.
I can now, thanks to all these various pings by the Arkosh players.
All right, there we go. Nicely done.
They've managed to defend all the points.
They actually missed the mid-tier 4 on the left side. They actually have missed a tower. Look at that. Right there.
Amateurs.
Yeah, unbelievable. Little smiley face there from Crow. 4v4. Wait, socks. What?
Who said? Okay. Whatever. Anyhow, talk about speed. Going a bunch of stat items here on his Morphling and 3 tangos as well. Gets himself a magic stick. Makes sense. He could be playing in a lane against a Leshrac, who's going to be spamming spells. Speaking of Leshrac, opted to get Split Earth at level 1 before he even left the base. I mean, it's a nice ability. Does a bit more damage level 1 than Lightning Storm, but I feel like he's grabbing something right away is a little bit suboptimal. Got my eyes on you, Grumlow.
All right.
Crow and Goat will start with Boots of Speed.
Yeah, why not?
Interesting.
I mean, it's pretty standard for Clockwork, right? I think on Goat, his idea is he wants to start top and then eventually just walk back up to the bottom lane without having to use his TP. Because it's not like, you don't get the 3 TPs anymore. So the only thing you do is you either feed a kill and get your TP back, or...
Are you watching this? Canis Vulpes and Grumlow seem to be passing Observer Wards back and forth. Neither of them want to place it.
He's like, excuse me, sir, you take the ward.
Yeah, I don't know what this is about.
They don't like responsibility.
No.
Oh, I think the Spirit Breaker was just outside, on the tree line here. Able to place the ward in the top lane. That dire high ground ward did not reveal him.
Just 30 seconds now.
Double A.
A doodle for the ages.
I think anyone's going to run into each other. It's surprising. All right, Crow running forward here.
Why not? It's a Clockwork. This guy is strong. They're going right up onto the high ground, going to threaten here. It's a 4v4, Morphling bottom. They're going to be able to find Giant here on the Razor. Aphotic Shield coming out. They use Flat Cannon, actually, to try and do what damage they can. But Giant, is he out? Whoa. He will make it out, just barely forcing out that Fairy Fire. Super close. He's going to have to walk base, right? And then TP out.
Yep. I don't know what that Flat Cannon was about. I'm pretty sure Rocket Barrage would have killed him there.
I mean, Rocket Barrage or the missile.
Yeah,
Either
everything
or.
except for Black Cannon would have done the trick there.
Yeah, that was interesting for sure.
Yeah, kind of sus there by Pale Horse. I don't know.
We are jumping into the lanes here, though. Gremlo is going to be bottom lane into the Morphling. They did improve they improved the shift rate a lot on Morphling, so you're no longer like useless at level 1 like you used to be.
Yeah, it was like 1 stat a second at first. Yes, it costs a little bit more mana, but you feel a lot stronger at the early levels, which makes a big difference. You're not just losing at your laning phase anymore. It's a little bit weaker at level 4 than it used to be. Then another one of the big changes was at 25, you can now attribute shift while you're stunned again.
Yeah.
Back like you used to be. 10 mana a second isn't awful price to pay for that, though. Obviously, you can't play...
I was gonna say, do you notice that there is no mana cost on the ability attribute? Like
it's
on
a beta.
Yeah, it's still in beta, right? Okay.
If you use the Panda Brewmaster Ultimate, the Void Panda, his ability is just called level 0. That's it.
Okay.
So at least the ability has a name.
That is good. That is a good point. Mid lane, he was getting a little low there on the Ember Spirit, but it looks like he's gonna be fine. What's going on top here? Pale Horse and Goat trying to drag that wave. They will be able to pull one of the creeps. Not the best thing in the world, but they'll take it.
2. Play the fist. He goes 2 points into Flame Guard, so able to stand his ground against the Storm Spirit a little bit easier. Storm Spirit doesn't have that hard of a time, popping the Flame Guard. If Canis Vulpus decides to, if Red 2 decides to commit here.
He's like forcing Red 2.
to
This is what we saw last time, right? Forcing him to get this ranged creep. And as a result, Canis Vulpus is going to get back to the wave a little sooner.
No, he misses the XP for that creep completely.
Yeah.
So it's very important to be able to clear the creep wave very quickly as the mid laner. When at that 2-minute mark, when those water runes spawn, you can end up with a little bit of an advantage. So yeah, we're here now. Red 2 sitting at level 3 and you're level 4, jumping lane to the tower, and like 1 creep up now because of that. Second creep wave meets. A bit of an XP advantage here on Red 2. Canis Vulpus could honestly just stand his ground and fight him here. In fact, I think he's baiting Red 2.
Yeah, he can vortex and pop the Flame Guard, but he has no reason to. He's gonna click him and do as much damage as he can. He's fine. He has no he's in no rush at all here. What do we got going on bottom? ABZ being chased down by the Clockwork, gets the cogs, and this might be first blood. A ton of damage coming out between Leshrac and Crow, and it's going to go the way of Gremlo here on the Leshrac.
Yeah, Crow with his wind-laced boots of speed. There's no getting away from that one. As soon as he's in the cogs, easy setup for that split earth, and there's no surviving the dots of Diabolic Edict and Batter yourself. So he's just down. Nice catch there. Top lane. To look at how Giant's doing this Razor. No points into the patented Storm Surge yet. He's actually holding a point here at level 3, which is interesting. It's just deciding whether he's going to put the extra point into Static Link or Plasma Field. And how his lane's going. He's opted to go Storm Surge, Static Link, so his goal is to run Pale Horse down here, probably.
Charge in the top lane. Will connect Giant. You got to be careful, though. There is yeah, it's like you got a missile, a rotation from Clockwork, a lot of damage coming in from the Shadow Word. I mean, this Fatal Bonds is onto the whole creep wave. Is he going to die to the Fatal Bonds? Oh, he's got a wand and Fairy Fire. He's going to be fine, but you do catch double here inside the Clockwork cogs. And I mean, a pretty successful rotation. The question is this going to hurt Gremlo as a result?
Thought he'd go down there, but we're only talking, this is a 1 point into Shadow Word, not 2. Interesting that he opted to put 2 points Fatal Bonds. Is that optimal? I guess it's optimal. If you're playing with the Gyrocopter, get a lot more damage out in the creep wave faster with the Flat Cannon.
I've seen a lot of people go the 2 points Fatal Bonds. I don't think they're too worried about Gyro needing the regen, right? So the second point in Fatal Bonds ends up being a lot of damage.
Yeah. Take a look at what Pale Horse is doing, though. He's actually opting to go multiple points into his Flat Cannon. Oh.
Rotation to the bot lane. They get the kill. Red 2 middle. Ganked, but he does have level 6 out, and he's going to be just fine.
Nice.
Were you talking about Pale Horse though?
Yeah, he's opted to go multiple points into his flag cannon instead of rocket barrage or homing missile, which actually scale pretty nicely. Rocket barrage give you a lot more kill potential in the lane, so he's not interested in trying to kill this Razor at all. Rather, he just wants to be able to farm up as quickly as possible with his flag cannon once he goes to the jungle, potentially clear some stacks.
Another charge coming out bottom onto Gremlo. This could be a second death for him. Oh my god. MVP Centaur coming in hot. Easy, says Gremlo.
It's a shame he can't spell, or that would have hurt. Hurts
Yeah.
a little bit less when your opponent is illiterate.
Yeah. I'm sure he actually looked that up and had to copy paste it, and
Yeah,
still
that's why
didn't get it
it
right.
came out a little bit slow.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
The
Haster in
standard-
bottom. Oh, double in a lot of trouble here. I mean, he can hold the Vortex. We'll go ahead and pull him in now, and with the battery assault, double gets the charge. Okay. That's why I was confused. I thought for sure you just go for the cogs immediately after, but never mind. He's going to be out.
Cogs, I think, makes it harder to chase and not easier.
Does it? No,
'Cause,
maybe.
Yeah, you get yourself stuck in cogs. That was nice timing on the charge out by Double A, though.
Yeah.
Because if he gets interrupted there by the battery assault, you just die. Gets interrupted. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyways, Pale Horse here, using his flat cannon that we were talking about just a moment ago, clearing up this triple stack, or at least trying to. Doesn't do much damage at this point, though. He's only sitting at 73. He's doing his best. I don't think he's going to make this stack.
No, he's way off.
7
But
minutes comes around. These are neutral items.
yeah, this is why you go the flat cannon build now, I'm pretty sure. Like this, oh my god. He missed the the two other big creeps. Unlucky aggro range there, but
Palar's not doing so well today.
yeah, it must be that new worse than dungeon scenario he's in.
Yeah. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
The worst place in the world. At least according to the results of that last major.
Yeah.
Top tower is in
They are putting a lot of stacks out, which is really good for the gyro. I mean, the flat cannon scales better at all levels now. They gave it one extra attack. It does have a longer cooldown earlier on, but having the 3 versus 2 early on, and then eventually getting to that 6th auto attack is pretty sick.
50% more at level 1. Not bad at all.
That is
from
indeed
level
the
1
number.
to-
Quick NA School of Maths there. Well done, Nev.
Thank you. Chip Vest now found by the Storm Spirit. Actually opts not to hold on to it. Who did he give that one to?
Oh, well,
There's other
Fairy
things to look
Trinket.
at.
Love to
The
see
top
that.
lane.
Gremlo.
Gremlo.
Yeah, he's gonna go down. Great rotation. The Gremlo is only level 5 versus Giant, who is level 7 on this Razor.
Dire should look to their top
What happened? I feel like he had a pretty decent lane bottom, but he has found no experience this game at all.
We've talked about this one. Gremlo likes to avoid confrontation, so if the enemies are in the lane, he doesn't want to be there. That's why he excels at the Canadian's Prophet and Venomancer, where he can drop minions to do the fighting for him.
Actually gonna go on to Pale Horse here, it looks like. Red 2 jumps in onto the backside, has an Arcane Rune. They get the D-Ward, but it's gonna cost you this Gyro. He's gonna finish up with one more Remnant there, and they cancel the TPs. No reason to come on in. You've lost the big hero.
That's 100 gold loss when you waste a TP. You gotta die to get that teleport back.
Yeah, good thing for Pale Horse, he has 2 now. Top lane, though, Vortex into the split Earth. Actually, didn't even commit it. They'll just take the kill right away. Canis Volpus now getting caught by the charge. In comes Red 2. Double's dead. That was a lot of damage, sir. Do they have the stun? They do, right on the money. A double kill for Gremlo and an extra one for the Storm Spirit. Okay, they turn it around.
I mean, you could call that a turnaround. I'd call that a chain feed.
Yes.
It's 1500 XP going the way of Arkosh after that one. I think you just give that one up as soon as the Razor has gone down. That's a save a friend syndrome at its finest.
Giant just
We
TP'd
knew-
in. This might be Walk of Shame. They're going to be able to dive him. In comes that TP as well, but Giant's dead. Canis Volpus and Gremlo, they've got to get out. Crow trying to come in, offer some assist and slide of fist. Remnants on out, double the nice charge through, catching them. Canis Volpus, no HP left to work with. The question is, will Gremlo escape? Double here, channeling, or just found him in the corner, going for the bashes. Ends up being a 3-for-1. Okay. Something.
All part of the plan
Yeah.
for Electronic Boys. They're not done yet either. They want to go on goat. He can see the Spirit Breaker charge. He's probably going to drop the Shadow Word himself before. He doesn't have his ultimate available, though, so there's not much he's able to do unless Red 2 comes in here. Yeah. He thinks better of it, though. Both teams a little bit crazy with some of their diving. Red 2 decides to call it there.
Yeah. Stacks being made, though. Once again, that's the name of the game here for Arkosh. They want to get this Leshrac and Gyrocopter as farmed as possible so they can fight with the Storm Spirit, which Storm Spirit does have, you know, the Fairy's Trinket, easily the best item in the game. It's unfortunate because Gremlo would also love that item.
Yeah, he would, but we see Fairy Trinket come out. You put that in your Storm Spirit. You hold it until, like, tier 4s.
All right, they get the tier 1 bottom, but again, a really big dive here. Pale Horse, you're alone. Gremlo doesn't have the damage to do this. All right, double, the one who might survive one more auto attack from Gremlo. He does get it.
Giant now forced to back up, but Red 2's coming in. He's looking to clean this one up, and Gremlo's sitting pretty low on mana. He's not going to be able to accomplish too much. In fact, he should probably just leave.
Goat has the golem. He drops it, but they're still just gonna, I think they're just gonna kill the golem. Yeah, just pops a static link. And
a lot of damage from this as well.
100 gold, very nice.
Pro off the mark with that hook shot there, so they are forced to get back. I thought they'd commit a little bit harder there with Red 2, but you have a lot of movement speed here on the Leshrac. So Hood of Defiance now completed. It's hard to burn him down with that magic damage. At a 15 HP, almost 16 HP regen a second, so Flame Guard not really going to do the trick. Going for a Yule Scepter now on this Ember Spear. I guess they're worried about...
Oh, they found speed with an Orchid. There's the reveal from Canis Vulpus, and a DD doesn't help. Oh, baby. Canis Vulpus getting the tips.
Yeah, Canis, that is a very well coordinated tip. Everybody to Canis Vulpus, then Canis Vulpus to speed.
Yeah, that is... This is what Arkosh practices. You think they go into scrims and stuff, like playing strategies? No, they literally coordinate tipping more than anything else.
Yeah, it's like a singing group or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's important strategies, I imagine. You never know when a patch is going to drop, but you know, this is something that persists in the game regardless of the patch. It's all about the mental damage that you inflict to the enemy team. You
just smoke up. ABZ is going to be the one that pops this smoke. On the low ground is speed, though. He gets the hook shot. Does he have the Orchid? He does. Can they get the Morphling back to back? Oh, my goodness. A massive win for them. ABZ falls under all of that AoE damage. Now Red 2 in trouble as well. Gremlo protected for the moment, but starting to fall low to Giant. And then another strike's going to be able to finish it off. Goat just sitting on the high ground, channeling, waving his arms around. Mostly, emotional support there for the team. Crow drops those cogs. Nice slight chains comes out. Double kill for Giant. Double. Charging on in. Not going to be able to follow that one up.
Yeah, cancels it. Does realize, you know, against Storm, going to the high ground, not the best. Storm able to just bowl lightning through any sort of charge anyway, being vulnerable for the duration. Plus, he'd be like charging through the realm. That's a lot of magic damage taken. A lot of magic damage in general on the side of Arkosh. Imagine everybody's going to need at the very least a casual cloak for this game.
Yeah. I love the build from Leshrac this game. He's just going this Hood of Defiance into Guardian Greaves. And I love how his quick buy, I feel like Gremlo's quick buy changes every season, you know?
Scepter now?
Yeah, it's a Yule Scepter now. It used to be what, Divine Rapier?
Yeah, it's Divines. Sometimes you need Divines quick, but after that...
Oh boy, Pale Horse is in no man's land right now.
Yeah. I don't know how we got down here.
How did we get down here?
How did he get there?
Mid lane Gremlo just whittling down mid tower. We'll go ahead and heal him up, force the fortification. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward place for you to be on this gyrocopter. I mean, you are fairly farmed, but he was sitting down here with like 75% HP.
Yeah, and you're playing against a Spirit Breaker. The enemy team is always going to be able to go on you. Spirit Breaker, Ember Spear, they move around the map very quickly. Gremlo not feeling as confident here in the mid lane. With,
Oh boy, Orchid once again top lane. Do they have the follow-up damage? Hookshot's not going to come in time. Canis Vulpus just out of mana speed. Being a little bit smarter now, sitting on more strength.
a lot more strength there. Until he's got this Manta style done, he needs to be very careful.
Mid lane, they're pinging out Gremlo as the next target.
10 mana a second really isn't much for Morphling, so he's able to drop all the way back down full agility, then a couple of points of strength. Gremlo looks like he's going to drop again.
Nice
alive for a little
golem.
while.
They get the fatal bonds, and a lot of damage are being spread back around. Giant's going to fall. Red 2 jumps the backline, but again, this fatal bonds is going to do some work. They get that borrowed time off. Spirit Breaker in trouble. Orchid onto Red 2. He drops a Yules. Trying to protect himself for the time being. Looks like he might survive. One remnant still available. They're going to try and get the vision, but
good.
Pale Horse, yeah, he makes it out. Well played by him.
Oh,
That
Red 2, the GOAT.
that regen rune was very close.
Yeah, managed to dodge a hit coming out onto himself with that side of fist, keep that regen rune going, and despite the fact that Pale Horse was trying to sit by the remnant so he couldn't get out, still managed to regen just enough HP to survive that one. Now move here to the mid lane, defend it. And Giants here wants to defend as well. I'm not sure they can be able to take this tower.
And they're scouting TPs. They get the initiation onto the Morphling. He's falling incredibly low. The Orchid does come out. He just dies. He thought he could survive it with the Strength Morph, but there's just too much damage. A nice upheaval holding them in place, and an Earth Split to catch another. ABZ running away. No borrowed time for 3 seconds. Ends up falling. Nice slight change. Will take down Clockwork, but a 3-for-1 and your tower. Arkosh Gaming feeling very strong right now.
Yeah, that would surprise even me. I thought the Morphling would be able to survive enough of that for long enough to be able to turn that fight there, but not enough damage coming out from the side of Electronic Boys here. Meanwhile, Arkosh, kill after kill. The heroes are not too tanky, other than that Morphling who, sitting at 3,200 HP, but it really didn't matter. Needs his Mantis style, able to purge off this Orchid as soon as possible. Team's got to make space for him for a little while now. Losing that tower is going to hurt, making farming that much harder.
Pale Horse being charged again bottom lane, but he is alone here on double, so he's just using this to make some movement out of the base. He does have that Aghanim Scepter completed. We saw him finish that. He's actually going back for the Maelstrom now. They want to defend the tower here, and I don't blame him. They have no golem, but again, it's really just Fatal Bonds that you need. Followed up by all of this other damage. Missiles coming out. Red 2 should be able to dodge this with Sleight of Fist. Oh,
nope.
No, he doesn't. He definitely gets caught by an ABZ. Able to save him with the Aphotic Shield just in time. Borrowed time going to come out. Red 2 stuck inside the cogs. Does have a remnant, but it is so dang slow. And the Split Earth, perfectly timed Giant. Going to be able to get that static link off. Take down Clockwork once again, but it's going to be Canis Vulpus that dives him all the way on. And they get the silence onto Morphling. He pops the Essence Ring. They won't be able to get the kill here, but double. He's forced to use his spells to try and save his boy. He's going to be able to make it out. A very close engagement once again, but
Down 3 King net worth, but it feels so much worse than that. Ember Spirit getting caught out there was super unfortunate. He actually had 2 remnants down, and he opted to jump to the one closer to his team. You could see him jumping like down towards the bottom side of the river, then back up to where he was. Because that he ended up going down. The second one just not able to come out fast enough. This game feels very hard. Getting closer to this Manta style now on the Morphling, but now it feels like it's a little bit too late. Hasn't come out fast enough. Because of that, his whole team's suffering. 20-minute mark drawing closer as well. As soon as it does, Warlock will farm up 1,400 gold, get himself that Aghanim Shard, and I'm not sure there's going to be enough damage to prevent Arkosh from just running you over with that AoE heal.
yeah. Essence Ring drop there. That's pretty big. My guess is
Red 2 is going to...
Oh, he's going to get stomped in the mid lane. Is he going to get the tower? They deny it. Well played there.
Tower has been denied.
Worried about potential follow-up there, so he dropped the Sleight of Fist and was going for that tower last hit.
Hookshot bottom lane. They've got double. He's trying to get away. Missile is going to chase this boy all the way across the map. He's going to come right by the Abaddon, though. So, wait a minute. ABZ, you're going to heal your boy? Yeah, okay. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, there's Shawl. Picked up here on the Ember Spirit. I mean, that's a nice find. I'm past that Morphling, I imagine. So he's holding on to the Aquila. Maybe the next tier of neutral items will pass that? I don't know. We'll see. Extra magic resistance this game is very big, though. I mean, talked about wanting to see a casual who had picked up on every hero here.
Charge on a Pale Horse. He doesn't actually drop the call down. Nether strikes right back in. Goats here. Drops everything onto this enemy team, but Pale Horse just immediately dead. No save for him, and now you really got to be relying on Canis Vulpus and Gremlo to do all the damage, but the BKB from Giant is doing too much work. Ember Spirit gonna fall. Storm makes it out. Gremlo pops that Essence Ring, trying to run. Speed in pursuit. He does have this Pulse Nova available, but he is not going to be able to survive. Triple kill for Speed, and Eboys turn this one around.
But Mantis Style making things so much easier. One of the main things they needed, doing tons of damage in that last team fight after morphing into the gyrocopter. It was a great counter pick. Managed to steal that flak cannon. 4,100 damage from that morphling there. While on the other side, people just struggled to stay alive. Things will be a bit easier again once you have this Aghanim Scepter included on the Warlock. Able to stand your ground a little bit more, heal up your entire team as you go in. But you're feeling weaker at the moment now on Arkosh until you complete a couple more of these items. Still working on this Guardian Greaves on Leshrac. But going for a Lotus Orb here on Clockwork, it's hard to find that kind of goal on a position 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's farming up the top lane right now. It will be a pretty big deal when he's able to grab it, being able to return a link, being able to break people onto some of these disables like Searing Chains, but Clockwork isn't going to see that one for a while.
And Pale Horse really needs this BKB. I mean, we saw in this last fight, that guy, he dropped Call Down and died. You know, he did have a decent chunk of damage just because of how much damage Call Down does. But if he's able to just pop BKB and turn and do damage, like maybe that fight goes the way of Arkosh. But Giant's BKB paid dividends in that fight. Able to just chase down these heroes. They get Gremlo as well in the end. Storm Spirit still able to survive. A very slippery hero for them. Red 2, the only one who really has the answer.
Hook I don't know about this in Crow.
They're going in deep here, and Crow, he's kind of by himself. Goat. He drops those. Yeah, they really don't have anything. Canis Vulpus on the backside trying to figure out who to go in on. He's going to just choose double. A lot of damage coming in from Giant as he gets the first kill. Canis Vulpus able to just zip away. The Fatal Bonds not doing enough here. Neph, did he jump the gun on that?
Absolutely. I mean, you guys need to just relax. We were talking about that one, how they don't have that many items. I mean, you're partway to your Bloodstone here on Storm Spirit. You need this BKB completed on Gyrocop before you can fight. That creates a little bit of space when you go forward like that, but at the cost of slowing down these Guardian Greaves even more on the Leshrac. I don't know about that. He had every opportunity to not commit onto that one there on Crow.
Yeah, and Canis Vulpus, if he goes down here, I mean, this is one of those games where like your Storm Spirit has to be near the top of the net worth. He cannot afford to get caught out. He has to get this Bloodstone and start picking up these charges, and be this like big dominant force in these fights. And these fights are getting close for him. There's a couple times now where he just barely slipped away.
Yeah. Tina seems to know that getting farm is very important right now, as he's spending a lot of time in the jungle. And head back to base, refill his mana, then go back out again. He is getting closer to this Bloodstone, which is a little bit cheaper than it was before, given that Vitality Booster and Energy Booster cost both those reduced by 100. 400 gold and his Bloodstone's complete. Smoke up like they want to go for another kill. I don't know about this
They're
one.
eyeing Canis Vulpus mid. Slight Chains comes out. He's got no defensive items. He's just dead.
They're talking about committing here, but they've already lost the Storm Spirit. Yes, they have vision of them, but they know that they're chasing them, and they probably know they're smoked too, given that
it's Roshan.
Rocket Flare originated out of nowhere.
They're going to go in, call down the Golem, the hook shots in, the Fatal Bonds. They're just melting under the damage. The BKB finally comes out from Giant. A Red 2 goes down as well. 3 heroes absolutely crushed here in this team fight. ABZ going to go for the TP out. Giant stuck inside the Roche pit, and he's going to go down as well. Easy, says Canis Vulpus. Okay. See, this is how you actually spell, for those of you who don't, for you Gremlo fans out there. That's the difference.
That did not go how I expected. They lost 1,000 gold on the dot there on Electronic Boys. Gained 2,700 here on Arkosh. A lot of that damage was just off of the Gyrocopter. I mean, he managed to drop that ultimate from just inside smoke rings. They didn't catch it. By the time it had come out, it was already too late. The fight was over.
Yeah. That call down into Golem, Fatal Bonds, the hook shot immediately in. Happened to catch the Razor, which was perfect because he couldn't get the BKB off. Like, they hit everything exactly how it needed to go.
Yeah, that was like a misplay there by Electronic Boys. You could see the direction that the rocket flare came out from, and instead of scouting behind them, they sat their heroes up on their Abaddon up on top of this hill here, rather than over by the river. That was definitely a misplay. They all should have known like where the heroes in Arkosh was. Because of that, they suffered horribly for us. Now 4-key network advantage. Just when you start to get a little bit more control of the map, Arkosh, they bring it back. Pale Horse, scarier than ever. It was this BKB you said that he needed. Now, working on this Satanic, item buff so much, it's going to be difficult to bring him down if he pops that, regardless of him being disabled or not.
He has the Reaver being sent back to base.
I don't know.
It's Pale
Maybe he
Horse,
doesn't value the 25 strength as much as he values the 20 stick charges.
I mean, I guess. Maybe it's good. 20 stick charges is indeed a lot, though. He's just going to buy all the components and send them out rather than use that Satanic. He also needs to get a TP. But they are pushing this bottom tower. Tier 2 under siege. Going to fall very quickly. Fortification should defend this. Kremlo pump faking. And there it is. There's the fortification. Mid lane tier 2. They are set up for this. They see speed mid. Canis Vulpus. He's itching to go in, but he has to know that he is not alone. Yeah, they see the solar crest come out. They know the heroes are behind him.
Pale Horse actually doesn't have a TP, so he has to walk all the way back in order to defend.
Yes.
But they're wasting a lot of time here on Eboys. So Gyro Pale Horse might just have the time to walk back and defend. He's not sending his courier out with a TP either. He's just trying to get the Satanic up as quickly as possible.
Oh, he's just cutting lane? Okay. Yeah, you just cut the mid lane and protect the barracks. But now that you don't have the Storm Spirit here, they know they can go right in. Morphling caught out for the moment. There's going to be the Golem drop. Fatal Bonds comes out. Double. Got to be careful. A lot of splash damage coming in once more. And finally, Storm joins the fight. Orchid right onto that Ember Spirit. Giant cannot survive inside of this damage. ABZ already used that ultimate. 4 heroes dead. Speed able to make it out. The only survivor. But this is the Warlock effect, right? 4 points in Fatal Bonds. Tons of AoE damage. And, I mean, Warlock's second on damage for his team.
Yeah, just in combination with this gyrocopter, too much AoE damage. They're not able to kill the gyro anymore now that this BKB is done. In that Roche fight they took, it turned the game right around. Electronic Boys had a chance before they lost that one, but they needed to use that timing. The gyrocopter felt kind of weak in order to win. At this point, it just feels kind of hopeless. I'm not sure how they bring him down when he pops his BKB.
And Crow has the Lotus Orb now.
Yeah, this is another thing that we didn't think would end up getting completed. It's just that awkward phase in the game for Arkosh, and when they were there, when Electronic Boys were at their strongest point, they kind of whiffed things.
Yeah, Diabolic Edict making quick work of these buildings, especially with the help of the Gyrocopter Aghanim Scepter. They're just going to move bottom. I mean, I think they're more than happy to take these fights. Yes, you don't have the ultimates, but you got the BKB, you got the call down, and you got Fatal Bonds, you know? What more do you need? Speed here as the Morphling. Can he use that flak? Canis Vulpus going in. He gets the Vortex immediately, but it's going to be purged. Nice stun over onto the Gyrocopter, but he actually reflects the Soul Link. Gyro's not losing any damage, really. And Speed, he's stuck inside of this, tries to get away, will be able to make it with that waveform, but your barracks, it's under siege once again. The flak cannon doing some work here from Pale Horse. Satanic coming off cooldown in just a moment. And again, the Diabolic Edict just chewing through the base. They will leave. Gremlo. Can we find has a Yule Scepter here if he wants to use it?
No.
Oh my god.
Go study Red 2.
From what I know, these two do not like each other.
Canis Vulpus and Red 2?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Cloak of Flame drops. Pale Horse needs to go back and grab someone of his teammates will grab it on the way down.
Double gonna eat a missile. Does have the
they get on the backline, actually get goat.
Oh, protected by a Glimmer Cape. Can they actually find him? Red 2 will, but it's going to be costly. Owlblind on Zebra trying to keep alive, pops the borrowed time. Silence up onto the Morphling. Manta styles that off. Gremlo's going to go down, and now Clockwork trying to do what he can. Pops that heal there on Cadence Volpus. They're turning around onto the Morphling. The stuns are there. ABZ with the Force Staff trying to keep him out. They get the kill. Speed now on the run. DD Rune here on the Storm Spirit. Can he survive? That's the question. A Vortex is available, but the missile's going to push them back. And they will get a 1 for 3. A fantastic fight there for Eboys.
Much needed. Well, I'm not sure that one's going to be enough, but a little bit of XP and gold going their way after that one. So some breathing room finally. If this game goes ultra late, they might be able to turn around, but they're down 2 sets of racks already. Scotty is completed here in the Morphling. It's great against the number of the range heroes they have here on Arkosh. I'm so very far off this Satanic. Still a 14 king worth lead. Now, they now have if the BKB is completed on a number of these heroes, Ember Spirit now having one, he's able to play far forward into the enemy's side of the map, but again, we've run into this damage problem. Oh, just shoving in mid his illusions.
They smoke mid, actually. Gremlo a little bit late to the party. It's fine. He's a little slow. They're just going to walk down mid. Pale Horse. He's going to get revealed by that Sleight of Fist, but on the backside, they find a big kill potentially onto Razor. If they can bring him down in time, the Golem still being held. Giant, he's just going to go down. ABZ forced to use that borrowed time. Make it into the base, but Canis Volpus, he's not done. He wants more. This man's out for blood. Can he get the kill just in time, protected by the Lotus Orb? He will indeed. 21 charges now on this Bloodstone.
Tier 3 tower protected by the Tier 2 that's still up, but they don't care. They're going for the Tier 4s here. It's going to take them a while to break through these. Razor does have buyback available.
I mean, what do you do? You got everything available. They didn't spend any cooldowns. They catch Morphling there. There's going to be the call down. The Golem as well. Speed, he's trying to be kept alive. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to make it for the time being. He gets the waveform out. ABZ not going to be as lucky, though. Again, a reflected static link. Can they get Canis Volpus, though? That's a big win. The buybacks are coming in. Spirit Breaker, can he help him out? It's a 4v3. All cooldown spent here on the side of Arkosh, though. Gremlo misses that Split Earth. Speed trying to bring him down. Yule's buying him some time. Missile does connect. Split Earth on the mark. The charge coming through. Going to make a little bit of space for this hero. He's got waveform in one. He will be able to make it out. Pale Horse, though, with these spider legs, going to get chained up there by the Ember. Another missile going all the way into the base, but they are more concerned about the Tier 4s as they kind of retarget themselves. Storm Spirit coming up in 50 seconds. I think it's time to leave Arkosh. Charge comes out, double. Gonna back off.
He's expending his Satanic now, so that's his Dispel, along with that Lotus Orb, but I don't think they're going to be able to continue to chase. If they get anyone, it's probably going to be Crow. The missile's coming out on a Pale Horse. Connects.
Stun onto the Clockwork. They got him, I think. He gets the hook shot off. He gets the kill onto the Morphling, and double goes down as well. It's absolute worst case scenario. Red 2 has to BKB, doesn't have a Remnant left.
That's it.
They call GG. Red 2 is out.
Just disconnects from the game, Red 2. Arkosh, I mean, some rough moments at the start of that for them, but Pale Horse ended up bringing it back. Beautiful initiation of that Roche fight. I'd say that was the moment where Arkosh just won the game off of that one. There were moments where the gyrocopter ended up getting caught out. There were this awkward timing where they didn't have a number of these items completed, but they won the fight that mattered for them more than anything. Off the back of that one, they hit all of their timings. Yeah,
that was it. Just to me, I look at the team fight that they have here. This Warlock, the gyrocopter, and this Leshrac, and I just don't know how you can compete with this amount of damage without like a full series of BKBs for your whole team. And Pale Horse, he does 56,000 damage on the gyrocopter in this game, it's too much to compete with. I really don't know. They go 2 BKBs, Red 2 and Giant on Razor and Ember. They tank up as much as you can on these other heroes, but it just didn't end up mattering. They just got a little bit too far ahead. Couple 1 fights. The Roche fight there, like you pointed out, I think was really the nail in the coffin for Eboys here in game number 1.
Yeah. Decent performance for them at the start. Some damage problems as this game went on. BKBs came out a little bit too late, I think, on Red 2. If he'd farmed a little bit faster, the game would have been a bit easier for him. So that maybe something to work on in game number 2. You know, well played by Gremmo. Did a lot of damage there on his Leshrac. Canis Vulpes, some great pickups on speed. With that Orc reveal and whatnot, ended up slowing down Morphling's game a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We'll be going into game 2 in just a little bit. We have a short break, everyone, but Eboys versus Arkosh Gaming, a very exciting game number 1. So can't wait to see what we have coming up. Like we said, both teams pretty evenly matched. I think overall, like Neph said, just a few adjustments maybe, and we could see the swing back for the Electronic Boys here. So stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back after just a short break of Arkosh Gaming versus Electronic Boys.